thoughts about Rutgers?
Very athletic team. Very athletic team, and they do a really, really good job of rebounding the ball and using their athleticism to pound the glass. They got an outstanding player in Tyler Scaife. She can create her own shot. Kalia Copper is incredibly athletic and finishes around the rim in a variety of ways. And then you've got Benijah Laney, who is kind of does it all for them and really does a really good job of making big baskets and big shots. And then they bring some really good shooters off the bench. So I think they've got a full complement in terms of offensively of what they can do, scoring inside and outside, and they use their athleticism very, very well on the defensive end of the floor. So taking care of the ball for us is going to be a really, really key to the game.
I was just going to mention, Vivian Stringer's teams have always been very good defensive teams. Mm-hmm. Is this the same thing?
Oh, yeah. And they're probably scoring a bit more. I shouldn't say maybe not a lot more, but scoring a bit more, playing a bit more transition basketball than maybe her teams in the past have done. So they're doing being a lot more aggressive, getting up and down the floor, and using their defense to create turnovers and get easy baskets in transition for themselves.
How would the level of competition you see in the Big Ten this year, especially in our home matchups?
Well, I always have felt like the Big Ten is a really competitive conference, and this year's no exception. That we've got tremendous coaching in this conference. We've got some outstanding players who are fun to watch and who make it tough to prepare against them. And so the basketball in this conference is really good, and this year's no exception. Of coming in every day and being focused on the task at hand, which is the next game or which is the next practice. They're not focused on, December. They're not focused on November. They're not focused on January 1st. They're focused on, what's today, January 8th? They're focused on today, and they're focused on tomorrow, what we need to do to get better. And I think that's our entire program. And again, it's been that's who we've been, whether, we're winning championships or not. We don't, we always talk about being our best selves at the end of the season and continuing to progress and grow. And at the end of the season, we'll look and see, if we did our best, if we got the best we could out of ourselves. So, this team is embracing that same notion, and they've been handling the adversity we're going through. They've handled it very well and stayed focused on the task at hand, which is, as always, to get better this day and to continue to make progress.
Is it a challenge?
Coach Coquise keeps talking about it's a process, and you guys are really learning about focusing as a team more so than Rutgers. What is maybe some of your focuses as a team?
As a team, it's just discipline, putting two halves together. We were a really good second half team, and we kind of ran out of gas the Wisconsin game, but we played really good the first half. So it's just getting the first and second half together, and then we could be really dominant.
And what do you think maybe the energy that you guys are lacking in the first half, what do you think might be rooting to that, and what can you do to pick it up?
It's just inside of ourselves and just getting outside of ourselves and showing that we need that energy 20 minutes in the first half, 20 minutes in the second half, and putting it all together and just knowing that if we have that energy in the first half, we're going to succeed.
And you and Lindsay Span, are very dominant up at the hoop, get a lot of points for the Lady Lions. What can you do maybe to get some more depth and get some of the other players getting their shots in?
Yeah, definitely. Pushing the ball up in transition, seeing them leaking out on the wings and getting them the ball, and also a lot of ball reversals inside the offense, and seeing Candace posting up in the inside, and getting her a lot of opportunities because she finishes really well in the paint.
To really focus on with Rutgers? What has been your main focus as a team?
Really as a team, we've been, instead of focusing on that team, we have a lot to focus on ourselves, you know what I mean? We just want to get better day by day, and improving on the things that we need to. But as of Rutgers, we know that they're a very talented team. They're a ranked team, and they're an aggressive, scrappy team. So it's going to be a great, challenge for us and a great matchup. So, and we had the opportunity to play a ranked team, so we're really excited for the challenge.
And for it to be home, how much does that mean to you to have a ranked team at home?
Oh, it's great. We have home court advantage, so we can feed off the energy of our fans. And like I said, home court advantage and having a ranked team on our court, great opportunity to make an upset. So
Absolutely. And Coach keeps mentioning, talking about the process and working on the process for you guys. What specifically are you working on this week? I know we're talking about as a team working. What do you think is the most important factor?
Working on the little things. That it goes, from A to Z. Just like the little things that like communication and energy, just like simple things that can make the biggest difference in a game. So it's just like little things like that to put our main focus on, and that just comes with discipline. That's been a key word through the whole season. Still, we're mid-season, and that's still like a key word for us is discipline because we're so young. So discipline, communication, energy makes all the difference in the world.
And how do you think your game as a team, Coach Copies likes to play really fast, high in transition. You think, since the UNC, do you think that's something you guys have improved on?
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. Like I said, that's discipline. We know that we have all the tools to be fast, a fast team, a fast transition team. And I think progressively through the season, we've, made progress, with that. So just to stay consistent with that and to know that that's our strength and to keep working on that could be, like I said, it's a little thing. So it can make a big difference within our game.